Good day, everyone. My fellow one psychology student, especially to Mr. Janelle Pantas. Today, we're going to present our experiment titled Examine the Impact of Academic Pressure on Student Mental Health and Well-Being Among Grade 12 CAS students at Palilio Adventist Institute. But before we proceed, I'd like to make a brief introduction first. I'm Mr. Muhammad, your today presenter, and I came from Group 5. And we are very pleased to have you all. Why did you choose your standards? Because we want to see how academic pressure affects students' mental health and well-being. So we choose the grade 12 sections, gas students as Polylius Adventist students respondents in our experiment. However, at the same time, they will were accessible as respondents. I believe that the responders we have selected will give us the most valuable information or data needed for this investigation. What sampling technique and sample size formula did you employ the data planning and gathering? In our experiment, we used a sampling method known as convenience sampling, which involved selecting participants who were easily accessible from the grade 12 class at Polilio Adventist Institute. This approach allowed us to effectively collect the data considering our limited time and resources to determine our sample size. We used solving formula to figure out how many people we need to include in our study. It will help us make sure that we have enough participants to get a sure result by using techniques. We're able to learn important things about how academic pressure affects students' mental health and well-being. This method exactly matched we were wanted to find out in our experiment. Did you get any help or support from other people? Yes, we received a lot of support from our loved ones throughout our experiment journey. We appreciate the support of our families who offered love, encouragement, understanding, and made sacrifice to help us in conducting our experiment. Our friend also provide valuable support and encouragement which motivate us to complete our experiment paper. We extend a special gratitude to the grade 12 student at Bolivia Adventist Institute for their involvement in our experiment. Their participation was crucial for our study, and without them, we would have been able to complete it. We're also thankful to Mr. Pontejos for his guide and for his guidance and for allowing us to experience this kind of experiment. Lastly, we acknowledge and appreciate our determination to complete this experiment. What are the three things you have learned through the experiment? We learned that to complete this task, we must work together as a team and collaborate effectively. Throughout experience, we have come to understand the importance of patience with communicating with our respondents. We must wait for their response and remain patient throughout the communication process. As being responsive in our communications is a key to ensuring that we can accomplish our goals. We must be able to effectively communicate with one another to make the project possible. What would be your conclusion about experiment 1? In our experiment, we learned three important things. First, we found out the school pressure really affects student feeling and Help many students feel stressed and worried because of their schoolwork. Second, we saw how important it is for students to have support from friends and family teachers. And by then feeling stressed, having people who cares about them can help students feel better. Lastly, we realize that helping students deal with school pressure isn't just about giving them less homework of teaching better study skills. It is also about creating a positive school environment, talking openly about mental health, and giving students to ways to handle stress in healthy ways overall. Our experiment taught us supporting student well-being in school really important, and we need to more help them for a good and succeed. That's all for my experiment. Thank you for Mr. Fidelis for this.